My name is Clara. I'm 25 years old. I live in a small town by the sea in Australia. The town is quiet and warm. You can hear the sea even with closed windows. I live in my family's old house with my boyfriend, Mark. Mark is 40. He is calm and serious. He works from home as a designer. I love our quiet life. We eat breakfast together. We watch films in the evening. Everything feels safe. Then one phone call changed everything. It was Sunday morning. My sister Sophie called me. She lives far away in Africa. 2 years ago, she moved there to teach. She loved the people and the culture. I smiled. Hey, Soph. How's life there? Her voice shook. Clara, I have news. I stopped smiling. What news? I'm pregnant. I was quiet for a moment. My heart jumped. Really? Yes, she said. I'm due in August. I need your help. She explained everything. Her boyfriend, Lucas, could not get a visa to come to Australia yet. He had to stay in Africa for now. She wanted to come home to give birth safely. She had no one else. Our parents live overseas. I can't give birth there, she said. Can I stay with you? Just for a few months? I looked around the house. Mark liked it quiet and clean. Still, I said, of course, Sophie. You can stay. She sighed in relief. Thank you, Clara. When I hung up, I felt happy but worried. That night, I told Mark. He looked up slowly. Your sister is coming here? Just for a few months, I said. She's pregnant. Lucas can't come yet. He frowned. She wants to have the baby here? Yes, I said. She has nowhere else. He crossed his arms. I can't live like that. I work from home. I need peace. I know, I whispered. But she's my sister. That night, I couldn't sleep. I loved Mark. I loved Sophie too. But deep inside, I knew I couldn't say no to her. Before I share the rest of my story, I want to ask you something. Where are you listening from? It gives me strength to know someone is hearing my words, someone who understands. Please tell me in the comments. I would really love to know. A week later, I was packing blankets for Sophie. Mark stood near the window with his arms crossed. She'll arrive next Friday, I said. Just until the baby comes. He didn't reply. The silence felt heavy. Finally, he said, "You didn't ask how I feel." "I care," I said. "But Sophie has no one else." He shook his head. "She made her own choice, Clara." His words hurt. "She's my sister," I whispered. He stood up. "Then maybe I should leave." Friday came. I waited at the airport, my hands shaking. When I saw Sophie, I almost cried. Her belly was round. Her smile was tired but warm. She hugged me tight. "You look good," she said. "So do you," I said softly. "You're glowing." A kind worker helped her carry her bags. We thanked him and left. When we got home, Mark was there. He gave a small nod. His face was cold. Sophie smiled. "Hi, Mark. Thank you for letting me stay." He gave a small smile. "Sure. For a little while." That night, Sophie whispered, "Is he angry?" "A little," I said. "He just needs time." "I'll try not to be a problem," she said. For a few days, things were quiet. Sophie rested and talked to Lucas on video calls. But Mark grew colder each day. One night at dinner, he stood up. "I can't live like this," he said. "She's family," I said. "Please understand." He sighed. "Then maybe I'm not part of this family." He walked to the bedroom and closed the door. Sophie touched my arm. "I'm sorry," she said. "It's not your fault," I said softly. That night, I sat outside. The wind was cool. I felt pulled between love for my sister and love for Mark. But I already knew the truth. I couldn't leave Sophie. Not now. The next morning, the house was silent. Mark's cup and laptop bag were gone. A note was on the table. It said, "I need space. Don't call me. Mark." My heart felt heavy. Sophie came in. What happened? He left, I said quietly. She hugged me. I'm so sorry. Don't be, I said. It's not your fault. The next days were hard. Sophie's baby was coming soon. I tried to stay strong. At night, I sometimes heard her cry softly. Then I remembered why I said yes. Because she was my sister. 2 weeks later, Sophie called, Clara. The baby. I grabbed the hospital bag and ran to her room. She was pale. It's time, she whispered. At the hospital, she held my hand tight. After some hours, the doctor smiled. It's a girl. Sophie cried and laughed at the same time. When the nurse gave her the baby, I cried too. She's beautiful, I said. Sophie smiled. Her name is Hope. That night, my phone buzzed. It was Mark. I heard about the baby. I hope you're okay. I looked at the message and smiled sadly. We're fine, I wrote. Her name is Hope. He didn't reply, but I felt calm. I knew I did the right thing. Sometimes love means doing what is hard, not what is easy.
The story continues in 10 seconds. Pause the video to review the new vocabulary and answer the quiz questions.
2 months later, the house felt different. Baby clothes hung on chairs. Toys were on the couch. The air smelled of baby powder. I was tired but happy. Hope smiled often. Her smile lit the room. Sophie was stronger now. She still missed Lucas, who was in Africa for work. They talked each evening on video call. Sometimes she cried, and I sat beside her. Life was not easy, but it was full of love. One afternoon, I heard a knock. My heart jumped. It was Mark. He looked tired but calm. Hi, Clara, he said. Can I come in? I nodded. Of course. He looked around. So, this is Hope. Sophie came in with the baby. She's beautiful, he said softly. Would you like to hold her? Sophie asked. He nodded and held the baby. Hope touched his face with her tiny hand. He smiled for the first time in months. She's perfect, he said quietly. The room felt warm and peaceful. Later, when Sophie went to rest, Mark and I sat outside. The sun was setting over the sea. I was angry, he said. I thought you chose her over me. But now I see you chose love. It wasn't easy, I said. He nodded. I was selfish. I wanted quiet, but I forgot what love means. We sat in silence. I'm not moving back yet, he said. But I can visit. Help sometimes. I smiled softly. I'd like that. Weeks passed. Mark visited on weekends. He played with Hope and fixed small things in the house. Sophie laughed more now. She called me her hero. At night, I sat on the porch with Hope in my arms. I watched the stars and thought about everything. Love is not about comfort. Love is about courage. It means being there for the people who need you most.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and share. You can watch the next story here or explore our playlist for more inspiring stories. And don't forget to subscribe. More emotional stories for learning English are coming soon.